Welcome back everyone, I'm the Depressed Eeyore and this is Final Fantasy Tactics 1.3. Alright, so I'm gonna start recording finally. By the time you guys seen this, I've probably taken a week off and, put some board games up in the meantime. I didn't do any grinding since my update video. I did read comments and all that stuff and I replied to a few of them and all that nonsense. I think there's definitely been some discussion and stuff like that, which is nice. I think overall, I think less people in general spoke up, but that's okay, I guess. Now there's been some questions about whether or not about switching to another character, such as like from Ramza to Mustadio, or possibly picking up some of the sorry, I'm trying to get my overlay off. There we go. Also trying to get possibly like characters like Cloud and all that stuff. At this point, I'm pretty certain that no new people are going to show up and ask for a character. Unfortunately, that's just generally how most of my Let's Plays tend to go. It usually has a starting population and it dwindles as it goes on. That's generally how it goes for doing long playthroughs, and my videos tend to be long and very loquacious. That means talkative, I guess. Anyway, the problem with having multiple characters is the fact it's not necessarily that one person's has a say on multiple characters. It's more the fact that every character requires time on my part to get them caught up to a certain point. So if you do want to switch characters, you will need to abandon your original character. So if Hato no Kokoro, the person that's currently owning that person, decides they want to be Meliadol in the future or something like that, then she'll have to agree that she's willing to give up Hato no Kokoro in order to play as Meliadol. Which will pretty much mean I will probably end up deleting that character. Which, I mean, obviously they've gone this far, so I mean, they definitely have contributed. But I don't want to be stuck juggling a whole bunch of characters, especially if they're being owned by a single person. So, like I said, if you want to switch characters, by all means, but you will have to abandon your original character. As for Ramza, you obviously can't abandon Ramza. There has been discussion about Ramza becoming a sage, but beyond possibly making him into a sage, I haven't really heard any details. I also don't know who's taking ownership of him. So that's a bit confusing. Until I know who's taking ownership of Ramza, which if you already own a character will mean you're giving up that previous character, I'll just leave it as is. Sorry if that sounded a little complicated. Pretty much just own one character. If you want to switch characters, then be aware that I'll probably be deleting your old character. That way I can just focus on what I have right now. Because with the characters I have, with the exception of Chizat, who's pretty much stayed a knight the entire time, I've had to grind through majority of the character levels, job classes for a lot of these characters. Like I said, most of these characters have pretty much everything unlocked except for Sage, which I don't even remember what the requirements are for that. But yeah, but by all means, if you want to just change your build up for your current character to something else and something wacky, by all means, just speak up. Speaking of, as for the things that were coherent for me to actually follow along, Shun Reaction wanted to become a bard eventually. The specifics was to become a bard once I learn all the bard songs, but the easiest way to learn all the bard songs is to be a bard, because you don't get job points in bard unless someone else happens to be a bard, or you're playing a bard yourself. So I'm just going to leave him a bard, because he pretty much has all of them anyway. And for the secondary, it's Punch Art, and then for the support, he went with Equipped Shield. The thing about Equipped Shield is I don't think the shield will help you while you're singing. But if you're in the thick of battle and you're not singing, it will, give you evasion. And then for the reaction ability, it's going to end up being Sunken State, which I'm not going to be able to get right now. I might get it later. But for right now, I didn't want to grind anymore, and Sunken State is a ninja ability, class ability, and I kind of need to do some stuff to get that unlocked. For example, I would need to level up Marksman, Geomancer, and I would have to level up Thief. So, in order to unlock Ninja. And the only other update is Auric now has Punch Art. I gave him what I could with the points he had. I gave him a Revive and Stick the Magic, so he can just stick with support stuff for right now, and hopefully that works out. Beyond that, I didn't really hear anything beyond discussion, so I'm just going to leave it as is. I kind of understand because a lot of these updates have been done based off last chapter's voting, and I wasn't able to get all of that done until now. So, I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. I should be fine, to be honest. I've already showed what we have. We have some pretty overpowered stuff, and it's probably about time we show off some of our characters anyway. Also, since we're like level 27, I think we'll be okay. Alright, Rams, I honestly don't remember what this fight is. I think this might be when we get Marsh. Or not Marsh. Is it Marsh? Whatever. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and let's grab Shun so he can start learning Bard stuff. Let's get Agrius in here. Aaron. And let's just go full retard on this. Is this a smart thing to do? Nope. But we're gonna do it anyway. Like I said, I don't remember that. I think this is where we run into some fleeing soldiers or something like that that are just, you know, just trying to get out of the war. Nope, I'm wrong. It's this guy. Well, then we should be pretty much okay, because Goland's kind of OP. This galaxy stop nonsense. Get with the book. And managed to get the weapon proc. Right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to buff everyone's attack power. It's a 60% chance to buff attack power. Magic Song is a 60% chance to buff magic power. Nameless Song gives you a random buff ranging from Re-Raise, Regen, Protect, Shell, Haste, and Reflect. For some reason it's not listing Reflect. And then last song is, I think it's a 50% chance to set your CT to 100. So I'm going to go ahead and do Battle Song for right now. And with your ridiculously high movement, you should be fine. Okay, he's going after Goland. Damage split. Damage split is where you reduce the damage by half and return it, and then get healed by that much. And it looks like they're level 21 and 19, so yeah, we're definitely a little above the level curve, which will probably just be a difference of a couple of stat points. Unfortunately, damage split doesn't go well against dual wielding. Damage split is a sage ability, I believe. And they're all ganging up on Goland. Oh, you're gonna put undead on me, are ya? I didn't even look at what these guys have. Let's go ahead, Punch Art, Throw, Dragon Spirit, Martial Arts, dual wielding some standard stuff. Main Gauche is a dagger that gives 40% evasion. So it's like a parry sword. It's actually stronger than a parry sword. Battle Axe, Elemental basic skill, Attack Up. Elemental, white magic, Meatbone slash, attack up, and some other nonsense. Punch art, throw, that nonsense. Basic skill, abandon. Dual wielding flame whips. And then this guy has yin yang magic, and that's about it. So he's casting a zombie right now, so I would like to actually prevent that if possible. Alright. Since everyone here pretty much uses physical attack, this is a pretty good buff to have. And of course it could be mimed, or mimicked rather. And also physical attack influences dances, as far as damage is concerned. Oh, come on! I never get that to proc. Ever. Alright, that's fine. At least it should be fine. Okay. %, huh? Okay. Fortunately, Hatanoka Koro is down at the moment. Target? Really? 88% chance. Got it. The mimic failed because it was life. The life spell was going off the map, which is fine. Okay, ninja's back. I'm doing 27 damage. Oh, it's forcing him back at least. Guessing you're gonna throw. 50%, 51%. It hits. And it's doing ice damage or whatever, and I'm using I have a flame shield equipped, so it's gonna do a lot of damage. But the dances alone are shredding these guys, so should be alright. There we go. And for some reason this guy is considered a guest. I don't know why. I've been taking a look at a few other Final Fantasy Tactic hacks. In fact, there's like apparently a site for it. Some of them seem to be pretty interesting, but some of them I've had trouble actually getting to work. But one of them I've messed with actually turns off guest, and so, well, it lets you control guest, which is pretty amazing. 195 damage. Bonk. So yeah, it does, let's see, that's 23, so 11, yeah, 165 damage. You can stay in place. Actually, you can move up. Nope, blocked. If it hits, it'll kill though. And actually I should have switched songs. I should have switched to the CT song at this point. That's okay. He buffed him so much his book is actually doing damage. Monster Dictionary, Ice Rod, Ice Shield. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and call this a video. When we come back, we'll continue on with the story. I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this was Final Fantasy Tactics. See you guys later.